Hello folks, I'm Endymion for the Dork-at-Arms, etc. And I've got a review for us. This is mostly going to be a review, not of this guard, rather this is Castille's, one of their arming sword guards that's meant to go within Type 19, the Oakshot typology. Oakshot Type 19 blade, but I am actually here to talk about the Spadroon, the economy Spadroon. So, just a tad bit of warning, I've never actually handled their Spadroon proper blade. Hopefully it would fit on their Spadroon guard, but it doesn't seem like it is based on the specifications. Doesn't seem like it does, but you never know. You might have to order custom. So, this is the economy Spadroon. Get a nice disc guard in front of the hand and a knuckle bow. Small pommel, a very nice length hilt, and of course, get the small fetter blade. Is what they do for a lot of the economy side sword, the economy basket-hilted broadsword, and Spadroon all get this small fetter blade. So you can see that sort of Lichtenauer style schilt. I've had to change the tip on this just because it kind of came a little bit spatulated. It's the Castille spatulated, so it's not actually spatulated. It's just enough to make it annoying to fit on a decent tip. And the blade is actually really nice. It takes a hit and it moves pretty damn well when it's got this guard. So, my problem is that while this guard provides plenty of hand protection, it doesn't provide much nimbleness. I can't really move this very quickly when I'm in my kit and I'm trying to drill some heavy saber technique. And I switch between my classical saber and my military saber stuff. You know, I switch between the two because I even like carved out a little bit of this handle. You see the divot here, just so that I have a platform with which to thumb the back like a sports saber for classical. The thing is, again, there's plenty of hand protection, and you can actually see it's a little bent from taking quite a few hits to my inside line. I don't know if that's good or bad, but the blade is not the problem. The guard is so incredibly heavy, and I'm not sure, I haven't really worked with the economy basket hilt very much. But again, if I just put my like side sword guard on here, it's so nimble. I love using it as a side sword, even with this thick, dummy thick tip, which is fairly standard, but like I want something smaller, like an épée tip. Something closer to that. Obviously, I'm not going to get a real épée tip on there. But the blade is not the problem, it's this guard. This guard is incredibly thick and bulky and solid. Like, you know it's gonna take the hits, but at the same time, for a Spadroon, I would want something a bit shorter, just to be more historically accurate, and I would like to be able to move the sword effectively. So I would love it if, you know, this maybe tapered a bit, tapered down and out. Maybe if it was a solid singular piece, a bit more like a saber guard. Like, I know they just launched their new, what is it? They have a new economy dueling saber, because not everybody can, you know, modify to get a, or like pay up to get their own sort of custom, build your own Ridelli dueling saber or whatever. So I like that. I'll probably try that out. Like to get one of those, because I'm definitely in the market for a newer heavy saber, specifically designated as a dueling saber. But this guard is super bulky. It'll protect your hands, so long as you actually parry and everything. And if you actually turn your hand, like you should. But it's just such a thick, bulky guard. It's so heavy. And it completely changes... Oh, I put the handle in. Well, who cares? I'll fix that later. It completely changes how you're able to use this. And for me, it makes it much more difficult to use, particularly up against people who have actually trained their bodies. Because again, I'm a limp little noodle, so I don't have a hell of a lot of muscle mass with which to get this moving. But all in all, I think it's an okay buy. I'd personally rather go for one of the dueling sabers, like their economy dueling saber, or I'd maybe go for an Inmotu. I'll try to put a link in the description. They're out of stock right now due to the war in Ukraine, but once they get back in stock, I really want to try out one of theirs. I've handled one before. I've never fought with it, because my instructor uses a saber from Inmotu. But yeah, that is... those are my thoughts, given my experience with this saber. This saber that's trying to be a longsword. Excuse me, not a longsword, a small sword. Completely the opposite. I'll probably do a review of what I'm looking for as I work with this later. And yeah, I'm Immune for the Dork-at-Arms, etc. Like if you like this, subscribe if you want more, and leave a comment down below. Thank you.